Everything. I'm in South Carolina along the coast, just a couple miles south of North Carolina. This is Sea Mountain Highway and the Bolanos grocery store there. And the Truthmobile, the new Truthmobile. The truth is the most censored topic there is. It always has been, and it's the most manipulated topic there is as well. Censorship is critical to cause people to believe the lie apparently they want to believe. It's very clever and convoluted, and I just wanted to talk about a few topics like the reality that we live in is far different than we're told. I believe the Bible is God's word and it's the truth, and all other words are suspect. Alrighty. Out here right now, a bit chilly. When I was driving on out here, I could see just a little bit of sunshine illuminating the clouds on the way here in a very narrow path. Obviously, it's a local sun. Nearby, rotating above the stationary level plane that we live on. That's biblical cosmology. The earth is stationary and level and doesn't move. Well, that's real unpopular. So is the doctrine of election, meaning that God predestined his children to be born of his spirit. So anyway, the truth isn't popular. It's not based on popular opinion. It's not popular, nor is it an opinion. It's simply the reality. December 6th today, 2023. I was listening once again to Bill Cooper, William Cooper, and talking about his truth journey. Yeah, let me see. I'll go ahead and just back up here again.
After the beep, please say a command.
Oh my gosh.
This command is not available in this screen.
Okay. That's funny. My phone paired up without me telling it to. Anyway, apparently people are being paired up to devices or MAC codes, machine access codes, because of technology that's in their body. Did you know about that? So my content is available by looking up my name and or phone number. Probably can't see that too good, but if you're watching this video, you can figure it out, I'm sure. I'm still spitting out the technology that my mucous membrane traps. We're being sprayed like bugs, just so you know. Yeah, let's flip this around. All right. Yeah, the globalists lie about most everything. There's a very convoluted deception. I've got a entity online that's pretending to be Elon Musk. I don't believe he actually, or that entity actually is. I did direct message Kimball Musk, Elon's brother, through Instagram, and his mother May Musk, and sister Tosca Musk. Before I was permanently banned from Twitter and now X, I actually tweeted the world leaders, the controllers of the world, so to speak, the Antichrist or beast system, the military, medical, financial, and control industrial network, hypergaming humanity with supercomputers. How about that? So there you go. It's pretty amazing, the whole situation. And quite often I'll meet some very interesting people here. And I wanted to go for a bit of a drive. You can take a look at this. It's beautiful at sunrise. So those of us that can see the truth about all this, we can't unsee it, as far as I know, nor would we want to. I just wanted to know the reality of all this. Oh, we've got a detour and road construction up ahead, so hey, I'm going to go this way. Hey, that picket fence. Yep. The picket fence and the hypothetical marriage. Been married for 35 years, almost 36. Some of the crypto babes, crypto scammers with their cleavage, and heck, they might even be a false persona, a computer-generated entity asking me if I'm married and they want to hook up with me and all that. Oh well. Asking me what I'm into. I'm into the truth. I'll send them my research library like I've sent world leaders and Bible.com. God's Word in all the major languages. Yes, it's kind of painful. The whole situation is painful. People near and dear to me, many of them can't see the reality of this. And a lot's happened over the years, especially the last 3 years. A lot of death, a lot of increase in mortality in groups of people that are normally a lot healthier. We're a energy field in a body, not exactly like Jim Carrey talks about. It does matter. What we do matters. It'll affect the outcome. So the moon landing is a hoax. The 9/11 was an inside job, and they're creating money out of thin air, manipulating humanity with lies, clever deception, very convoluted. It's just the way it is, y'all. Recently there was a debate, Greg Locke and Dean Odell. I didn't see all of it. It is kind of hard for me to listen to deceived people, especially when they're supposed men of God or pastors promoting the global lie. They don't get it. They may never get it. My concern is they may not even be born again, and they may never be born again. This is a bit of a litmus test. The truth is. So how deceived can you be and have the most important truth figured out? Because God's Word says they refuse to love the truth and so be saved. For this reason, God sends them a powerful delusion. So the doctrine of election is a big deal. In the last days, there will be a delusion that is so strong that if possible, even the elect would be deceived. Great news, the elect will not be deceived. Are you one of them? Are you one of us? I believe I'm one of the elect, one of the chosen ones. Not like Donald Trump, the chosen one, claiming to be. He's a Zionist, from what I understand. The timeline that I have contains many controversial topics. You can check it out if you like. Zionism is not Judaism. They're not the chosen people. Okay? The chosen people are the elect. All those that are actually born again now or will be. Who are they? I don't exactly know. I don't determine it. I just expose the truth about it all and let God and the individuals work out the details. How about that? Judge not lest you be judged. Well, there's a lot of verses in the Bible that add structure to a belief system, critical thinking. For example, Paul writing to the Corinthians, or in Romans, I believe it is. It all kind of blurs together to me. It's about 17 hours to listen to it. I've done it literally thousands of times in the last 35 years, last 40 years. Examine yourself to see if you're in the faith. Faith without works is dead. If we don't do the good we know we ought to, we sin. And then if we commit sin knowingly, that's sin as well. There's the sin of omission and commission. So it's important to obey so we can figure this out. I got the sun coming in my back window, bouncing off of my mirror. It's all pretty cool, the way that this works out. There's a sense for me of adventure and discovery. True science exposes the truth, exposes the lies, exposes the liars, perpetuating a godless cosmic Big Bang. You can see by my shadow the sun's directly behind me, almost directly behind me. I like to go the speed limit. It makes my life less complicated, pisses off the people that want to go faster and get a ticket, hurry up and wait at the next light. Maybe they should practice a little bit better time management. Look at the reflection off of that truck there. Wow. Clues are all around us. My wife Joni sped through the hospital zone a few years ago, got a $330 ticket. I haven't had a ticket for speeding in, I believe, over 45 years. Why would I do that? To get up this morning, I was up at a little after midnight to do a sunrise, and then I wasn't even there for it. I was doing other stuff, listening to Bill Cooper's story. Again, more of it. I hear things sometimes that I didn't hear before. So this will give you a feel for where I live, if you're new here. I'm not afraid to live, die, or tell the truth. The system knows that. This is actually a test for everybody to see what we actually do. What we actually do indicates what we actually or really believe. There we go. People racing around, hurrying up to wait. It happens all the time. Why? Why can't they just relax and enjoy the ride? We're in a freaking vacation area. I remember, though, what it was like to see life in a very distorted way. They're all going to have to wait. They're going to have to wait for a few minutes yet. My car's going to shut off, and I'm going to sit here with the engine not running. There we go. How cool is that? So with this car, I'm averaging over 50 miles to the gallon in the city most of the time. And on the highway, in the high 40s. It's a nice car. I am so grateful. I got it with less than 113,000 miles on it. Now it's got, 115,619 miles. Real quiet. The climate control will run off of the battery. If I dress warmer, it gets better fuel economy. I can have the cabin cooler, but with the sun up, man, the sun heats things up a lot. So there's a lot of space lies, the space fantasy, the going to Mars. I'm showing on my in my research library, Troy Reed, Stanley Meyer, John Hutchison, Nikola Tesla. Let's see who else. Oh, yeah, Joseph Newman. The 0 point energy is a real thing. Stephen Greer talking about it through the YouTube channel Anonymous, exposing the alien lie as well. Now, just because somebody believes one of this kaleidoscope of conspiracy theories, they may have something wrong. They may have a whole lot of right or truth. So I'll put them in my channel, my library. However, with the most important reality, the need to be born again, and then to recognize if that's actually happened, well, for those people, I'm not going to put them in my library typically if they're promoting the global lie. I can find other people that can expose the biblical truth. How about me? How about the changed life that I am? That's why I do this. The only reason I do this is because it matters for eternity. Where will you spend forever and why? You can shave with mucus. I scrub this out almost every day. I've got one by my chair next to me. I will swallow later, when for dietary, sometimes the lining of the stomach needs to be replenished with that. Keep in mind, if you're thinking, ooh, that's gross to use that to shave with, imagine the gorp that gets sprayed out of a can. Now, I've also used organic coconut oil. That works great too. And hyaluronic acid, Hyuralonic. Hyaluronic acid is a skincare product that's naturally occurring in the body. I got some from Amazon.com. $20 worth of this powder makes roughly 50 ounces of the slipperiest stuff I've ever used. It's part of what gives me that youthful appearance. I look way younger than I am. I'm 62. At least I look younger to me than 62. I'm a grandpa. Don't feel like a grandpa. I would say I don't look like one. Not the old iconic codger, the old codger. That's not me. I surf, ride a motorcycle. I know how to downhill ski really fast, race motocross. I could still get on a dirt bike and go really fast. But what does that have to do with eternity? Not very much. Not very much. It's just that I have more power and the capacity to obey that I previously did not have. I needed more power. So I keep the Truthmobile up there on the left side of the road. That's where I live. I've got the little rocking chair out there and the Truthmobile there. A lot of people in the neighborhood thought I had moved because they didn't see the car. I'd be riding the motorcycle and have the car in the garage, or take it out and drive it around. As we go through the neighborhood, you can see a lot of people have their cars out. Now, if we lived in Wisconsin, they would probably get rid of the extra stuff, because having the car outside is a lot tougher when we're blanketed with snow. Lots of snow. Talked to somebody yesterday where they lived in Colorado, over 20 feet of snow. Wow, that's a lot of snow. Upper Michigan, where I used to go skiing sometimes, Powderhorn and Indian Head, man, it was gorgeous. They got over 25, almost 30 feet of snow pretty regularly in a season. That's a lot of snow. So we've got cell towers all over. People with the Ring doorbell have, they're part of the mesh network. the mesh network or Skynet. Let's see. This is a water retention pond right there in the middle of the view. When we get torrential rain, a tropical storm system come in, I've seen where we've had over 2 feet of rain. 2 feet of rain in a few days. And this area, this development is in the middle of the Waccamaw Swamp. It surrounds us. Now there's other areas where it's built up a bit and it's drier. Straight in the middle of the view, hey, I can go out there if I want. I think I might. I ride my motorcycle out there too. It's a Honda 750 Shadow. It's not a rocket ship, it's a cruiser. Very cool, reliable, shaft drive, liquid cooled. Wonderful bike. So I never raced a liquid cooled motorcycle. I raced air cooled. Factory bikes started liquid cooling when I was towards the end of my racing career. It only lasted about 5 years. That's okay. 5 or 6 years. Nice neighborhood. A lot of people walking their dogs, driving golf carts around, keeping the neighborhood safe. Okay. A lot of big expensive boats here, fishing boats. Some of them have over 1,500 horsepower on them. They're like an offshore or going out in the ocean and fishing. Got a friend who lives back here, has chickens and stuff. Chickens and weapons and horses. How about that? Notice that water lying flat. The surface of undisturbed, unmanipulated water is flat and level. If we were spinning 1,000 miles an hour ship, we'd be flying everywhere. That's a fact. So it's not just biblical interpretation of to determine the earth isn't a globe, it's reality. People that believe that global lie are freaking out of touch with reality. Bummer for them. Some of the videos on my channel will show driving through Yosemite or flying over tropical islands or Norway, volcanoes. A lot of cool stuff there. It's a lifetime of research. I wanted to know what the words meant. If I hear a word that was unfamiliar, I wanted to know what it meant. A lot of times I could figure out by the context. In neuroscience, medical, military, financial, industrial, there's different vocabulary that is specialized. Aeronautical, all that. Electronics, computer technology. I research it all, the whole freaking thing. I'm a fact checker, a truth checker. The fact checkers of today, the ones that are providing the censorship, are deceivers. I had a chat with ChatGPT. It's telling me it hasn't been updated for over a year. What the heck kind of real-time information could you get with that? Not. I didn't want to waste my time. I asked him questions about Stanley Meyer and Troy Reed, the silent weapons for quiet wars. What I got was the official narrative vomited up all over me. I just couldn't take it anymore. I said, "Tell your programmers to get with the truth. Where are you going to spend forever and why?" Even the silicone, the AI, is being created and directed by malevolent and benevolent entities, the Almighty and the Usurper, and so is humanity. Humanity is being manipulated by technology most don't even know exists. Ah. This is for sale too. It's over 500 acres. Wow. So I've been back here when it was really flooded. It'll do that. There's a lot of really cool places to be able to drive. My friend needs to grade the road again. It's getting pretty rough. I think I'm gonna probably double back. Circle back. Oh my gosh. The last 3 years listening to Jen Psaki saying I'll circle back on that. Oh my gosh, the liars. It is so tough for me to listen to people lying and then having a huge platform to lie off of. So I was listening to Elon Musk again today, and he's in my library being interviewed and telling Bob Iger from Disney to go F yourself. They're going to hold me hostage with advertising. I've got a different deal going on. I'm not being paid for advertising anything. I'm not getting paid per click or any of that. The body count that is all around the topics that I'm featuring in my research library is massive. I've tweeted to the Clintons and the Vladimir Putin, the Musk family, Biden's and Trump's family and all of that. I got pulled out of the digital town square. If you have any like or interest in the research library I've put together, it can be accessed by typing my name or phone number in a search. I had put together a YouTube component of that had over 100,000 videos, and then they made all the playlists that I added to my library, they made them private. They made them all private. For me, and I believe everybody else, that's what I found out. When I used to comment on videos, I would show up as Truth, not Robert Forsch. Either one you'll get to me. It's hard to find my YouTube channel by just typing in Truth, though. That's intentional. They like it that way. Now that's just water that I put on my windshield wipers. Oh, look at that. I'm running out of juice. That's okay. We're going to freeze pretty soon, and I need to add the summer or the winter solution. It'll have properties that cause it to not freeze. I could probably add salt to it, but salt to the water, but that'd be tough on my pump and that. So I'll just spend $4 for a bottle of what not too long ago was 75 cents. The printing presses of the monetary system, the World Central Bank makes all of our money less valuable, goes not as far. That's all by design. This system of control is really good at controlling. I want to see abundant, clean, free energy, virtually free energy made available. Imagine running the world, cleaning and powering the world with water, heating your house with hydrogen, HHO, hydroxygen, driving a car, having a hydrogen generator powering a electrical generator. It's all possible. They would ride horses out here. They still do. I'm going to just step out for a moment, show you what this looks like here. Oh, there we go. It's beautiful. I remember when I was a boy in Wisconsin, I had a mini bike. Got it when I was 10 years old. Go riding out in the woods, down through farm fields. This reminds me of that. I'll probably get on the motorcycle later today. It's going to be nice enough. I've ridden the bike when it's in the 20s. I can do that. I used to ride and race snowmobiles, jet skis. I can run heavy equipment. I can drive, operate whatever God wants me to. Right now, the Truthmobile crosses over the digital quarantine somewhat. So when I'm riding around and the Teslas see me, it's not the pilot of the car or the occupants necessarily, it's the quantum supercomputer. And this is for all the eyes in the sky as well. They see it. What does that do? Well, it means that there's somebody, truth. That somebody is me. That car on my driveway still carries a message to the aircraft that fly over that intentionally are zooming in. There are people in this neighborhood that work for or did work for the alphabet agencies by their own admission, and many other areas of this beast system. So in the art of war, deception is one of the main weapons, just so you know. We're getting propaganda. Hey, I met a friend yesterday, a new friend. Wow, what a sweetheart lady. And she moved here about a year ago, and it was so refreshing to hear how wide awake she was about so much. Met her right out there where I was today, starting the live stream. I've had a lot of friends help me out. Some of them have given me money to help do what I do. I very much appreciate that. The money actually really facilitates so much of what we see, because it's designed that way. To get in front of a microphone and on a TV typically takes a lot of money. And like I say, this is my digital pitchfork. You know, like one of the peasants. I don't really see myself as a peasant. I'm a child of the King. He lives in and through me and all of his children that are actually born again now. And we have protection from the Holy Spirit that the general population does not have and may never have. Those that are going to be born again, he's going to keep them alive until that happens. That's why I couldn't kill myself with my near fatal suicide attempt. I'm not afraid to mention that. They want people to be afraid of rejection so they won't bring things like that up if they happen. If you have a difficult life experience and decide to take a anti-depression drug like I did, Prozac and Depakote for bipolar management, that made everything way worse. Way worse indeed. That's why I'm exposing the medical industrial complex. It's a chemical straitjacket for humanity. Anybody who they can convince to participate in that form of control. That's why it's so hard to get off of them, because the family a lot of times likes the patient or the person that is easier to manage. What they're unaware of is that quietness may reflect a hopelessness that's ready to check out and take people out in the process. See the shrink wrap boats there? Covered with shrink wrap? I've done over 3,000 boats that way in my life, up to 40 feet long. Moved a lot of trailers around. It's a boat yard here, Sportsman's Marine. Oh, Sportsman's Choice Marine. That's the name of it. They've got personal watercraft, Can-Am, Polaris. A lot of cool stuff, for sure. Big boys' toys. Anyway, I don't need to go out there in that rat race. See in the middle of the view the marine travel lift moving boats? Now that doesn't look like a marine travel lift. That's just a boat winch. My dad used to sell steel to Marine Travel Lift, and I believe it was Manitowoc or Sturgeon Bay. And he sold steel high-performance alloys to Oshkosh Defense, which makes a lot of the military truck platforms, diesel, electric, like locomotives on wheels that can move missiles and personnel and all that. If you're watching a war on TV and they're showing U.S. troops, you're looking at a lot of Oshkosh truck. So there will be people right here in line that'll look at this car. It's wherever I go. In a busy year, there will be 20 million guests come to the Grand Strand of Myrtle Beach. That's why I do this, is it's such a public area with people that visit from literally all over the world. This is the most driven to destination in North America. Imagine if we were all running on water. Well, what would the petroleum companies do? Well, they could still use their petroleum for plastics. That's where a lot of them are used now. There, I can turn my fan off. I don't even need to have that on. Let's flip this around. I can show you the hustle and bustle. When I drive to the beach and it's, 4 or 5 in the morning, there's not much of this going on. So there's the rush hour traffic and all of that. The Troy Reed magnet motor technology is a generator, a system that you can look at. It's still there, where he had a 12-volt battery and a little Geo Metro, I believe it was, and he would get it going and drive all around. It had a controller and a big motor, electric motor, that in the operating process was self-sustaining propulsion, a perpetual driving machine. And they killed him too, and Stanley Meyer. Bill Cooper was exposing the truth about everything, lots of it. The Kennedy assassination and UFOs and more. The space program, especially the secret space program, is interested in the space between your ears. And they'll use very sophisticated computer technology to outright bamboozle humanity. So there you go. That's how it is. Whether you like it and or agree with it or not. I'm one of those lives that was radically changed. I wanted to let people know it was possible. So right there is the Anderson Brothers Bank. They extended credit to me to buy this car. My payment is $176.24 a month. At this point, 121 of it is, and some change, is interest. Ouch. However, it's more economical and gets the job done. It's cost of operation that I'm willing to pay. Anybody out there want to give me a low interest loan? I'd be happy to make good on that. But right now, this will work for her. I'll just keep on doing it, keep on using it. We may have a grid down situation. Can be brought on by a cyber attack. Could be hacked. We've had attacks on the power grid. Those are all to get people to be thinking along those lines. Could happen at any time. An EMP, a solar flare as they call it. But that could also be caused by a cyber attack. Or the AI decides to shut it off. Here's my friend Buddy. Hey buddy. The geese like it here too. Yeah, they're all hanging out. They like to display. Look at that. How funny. So right now I'm going to open up my garage door with the remote. It's a very cool thing to be able to do. It's running on full electric right now. How nice. There's the Truth Cycle there. That is such a badass bike. I really like it. It's not radically fast or anything. I get between 50 and 75 miles to the gallon with it. How cool is I've got a charmed life. I enjoy it. I enjoy exposing the truth about everything. Where in the world could a wind chime hang upside down in relationship to other wind chimes? Isn't that funny? It's true. So there you go. Hey, I want to thank you all for your public and private encouragement. You can reach out and call me anytime. I have friends and family all over this world. So there you go. It's kind of a good end screen. Thank you so much.